Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Legion Teaches History. And what we're going to be talking about is the enduring mystery of H.H. Holmes. Now, the enduring mystery of H.H. Holmes is something that is a cause for discussion because H.H. Holmes is considered to possibly be the most likely suspect of being Jack the Ripper. From the Smithsonian Magazine, The Enduring Mystery of H.H. Holmes, America's First Serial Killer. That is correct. The infamous Devil in the White City remains mired in myth 125 years after his execution. From Milan Sully, this was written back in May 7th of 2021. This is the infamous man himself. And if this goes too long, longer than 10 minutes, we will break it down to two parts, which it most likely will. Most history videos work that way. 4 days before H.H. Holmes' execution on May 7th, 1896, the Chicago Chronicle published a lengthy diatribe condemning the multi-murderer, also known as a serial killer, a bigamist, seducer, resurrectionist, forger, thief, and general swindler, as a man without parallel in the annals of crime. Among his many misdeeds, the newspaper reported were suffocating victims in a vault, boiling a man in oil, and poisoning wealthy women in order to seize their fortunes. Kind of sounds serial killer related now, doesn't it? H.H. Holmes claimed to have killed at least 27 people, most of whom he'd lured into a purpose-built murder castle during the Chicago's World Fair. I'm adding that context because that is true. Replete with the secret passageways, trapdoors, and soundproof torture rooms, according to the Crime Museum, an intricate system of chutes and elevators enabled Holmes to transport his victims' bodies to the Chicago building's basement, which was purportedly equipped with a dissecting table. Yes, he was also a doctor, an actual doctor. Stretching rack and crematory. In the killer's own words, I was born with the devil in me. I could not help the fact that I was a murderer, no more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing. Okay. Lovely guy, by the way. Excuse me. More than a century after his death, 125 years to be exact, Holmes, widely considered the United States' first known serial killer, continues to loom large in the imagination. Eric Larson's narrative, a nonfiction bestseller, The Devil in the White City, introduces him to many Americans in 2003. And a planned adaptation of the book spearheaded, by Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese is poised to heighten Holmes' notoriety even further. Did it actually come out? I don't think it did. But the true story of Holmes' crimes, while horrifying, may not be quite as sordid as a popular narrative suggests, wrote Becky Little for History.com last year. Mired in the myth of misconception, the killer's life has evolved into a new American tall tale, argues tour guide and author Adam Seltzer in H.H. Holmes, The True History of the White City Devil. And like all the best tall tales, it sprang from a kernel of truth. Yeah. So this is the 3-story building at the center of H.H. Holmes. This is the murder castle. And quite frankly, he did build that as a hotel for the Chicago World Fair. These facts are the facts are these, Salazar. Though sensationalized reports suggest that Holmes killed upward of 200 people, Seltzer could only confirm 9 actual victims, where Holmes confirmed he killed 27. Far from being strangers drawn into the House of Horrors, the deceased were actually individuals Holmes befriended or romanced before murdering them as part of his money-making schemes. It's kind of odd where trivializing murder from a serial killer, but okay. And while historical and contemporary accounts alike tend to characterize the so-called murder castle as a hotel, it was a hotel. It was a hotel. Its first and second floors actually housed shops and long-term rentals, respectively. It was still a hotel that was that was um erected for the Chicago World Fair. When he added a third floor onto his building in 1892, he told people it was going to be a hotel space. So a hotel. But it was never finished or furnished or open to the public, Seltzer added. The whole idea was just a vehicle to swindle suppliers and investors and insurers. This is a weird account. This this is a weird account. Especially because it was built again for the Chicago World Fair, a high profile world event. H. Holmes said that he actually constructed it for said reasons. Um, and he committed I'm sorry, confessed to killing 27 people. So weird. History's weird, especially in modern day. As Frank Burgos of Philly Voice noted in 2017, Holmes was not just a serial killer, but a serial liar, eager to encrust his story with the legend and lore. While awaiting execution, Holmes penned an autobiography from prison filled with falsehoods, including declarations of not innocence and exaggerations. So that's what a serial liar would do, and a psychopath. Newspapers operating at the height of the yellow journal was latched onto into these claims, embellishing Holmes' history, setting the stage for decades of obfuscation. Seriously? Yeah, I'm gonna be born Herman Webster Mudgett in May 1861. The future Henry Howard Holmes, a name chosen in honor of Detective Sherlock Holmes, according to Janet Maslon of the New York Times, grew up in a wealthy New England family. Verifiable information on his childhood is sparse, but records suggest that he married his first wife, Clara Lovering, at age of 17 and enrolled in medical school soon thereafter. Holmes' proclivity for criminal activity became readily apparent during his college years. He robbed graves and morgues. That's true. Stealing cadavers to sell to other medical schools for use in complicated life insurance scams. After graduating from the University of Michigan in 1884, he worked various odd jobs before abandoning his wife and young son to start anew in Chicago. He also continued to, and we're gonna leave it right here, and we're gonna do a part two because many of my history videos need a part two. It's just the way it is. You can't always finish something. That being said, H. Holmes was confirmed to have been continually stealing cadavers after the fact to dissect, um, until he built the infamous um Chicago World's Fair Hotel. Um, with shops, yes, shops, um, and hotel rooms and guests welcoming them. Guests were confirmed to have gone there and to have disappeared by family members. And I will continue to divulge further into this investigation because H. Holmes, yes, is a serial killer. He's a medical doctor, and and the house which is a historical site, the hotel he built is laden with trapdoors, secret chutes, and quite frankly, a basement filled with. We'll get there though. Appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you next time, and enjoy this ad from Silk City Hot Sauce, who continues to support my channels, because I love me some hot sauce, and who doesn't? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sponsor of this channel. The sponsor of this channel is Silk City Hot Sauce. It is a hot sauce company that I use personally. I love everything Silk City Hot Sauce does. They are a small business in Vermont, southern Vermont, and they use all the ingredients from a farm down the road. They got farm fresh ingredients. It tastes great. They have the best peppers. And quite frankly, I have tried many of their sauces. I love them. I've tried Prime Time Fired Up with Alex Stein. That is good. It's got a good heat to it right out of the gate. Killer Hot is another one that I do love. I love Killer Hot. That one is probably one of my favorites. Alex Stein's is also one of my favorites. I would also say that I have tried Nightmare. This is Chrissy Mayer's hot sauce. They do a great job with that. Bob Levy's blue cheese ass licking hot sauce. That's right. I do love it. They have a lot of great packages you can have. You can get a 3-pack. They got multi-packs. Tales from Silk City Pull Over. I have tried that. I have not tried the G sauce yet. Not yet, but they also have pick your 3-pack. They have pick your 6-pack. They got a lot of great stuff. I hope you check them out, because when you do and use the promo code Legion, that is the promo code Legion, Legion. At checkout, you get 15% off. Jeff is a friend of this channel. I've interviewed him on my channel, and I think you will love everything they do. So I hope you go to silkcityhotsauce.com, use the promo code Legion, and get 15% off, because I continue to buy from them. Every time I have the opportunity, every time I run out, I always go. I use my own promo code. Jeff knows it's me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video or the rest